Welcome to Affordable Makeup May. We'll be using drugstore and affordable makeup the entire month of May. Hey socialites, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Ariell. I create mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if those are the type of videos you enjoy, I would love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. So today's video is exciting. I'm going to be trying a ton of new makeup, but affordable. These are going to be all drugstore and affordable brands, which we're going to keep that same energy the whole month. We'll be using nothing but affordable makeup products for the most part. Maybe like 90% of our videos will be using affordable and drugstore brands. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, socialites, so I've just washed my face, so we're going in with moisturizer. So I'm trying the e.l.f. moisturizer. Hauled this in the haul that went up yesterday, I want to say. It's the Holy Hydration Face Cream, which I've heard great things about. There's no scent to it, y'all. Feels really creamy. I would have thought that it'd be a little bit more on the watery side than what it actually is. Feels a lot more plushy than what I would have thought. So I'm actually gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes or so because it is on, I don't wanna say thicker side, but it's not as thin as my Clinique 100 Hour, and I really want this to soak into the skin really good. So while that's sitting, actually, let's try the new Covergirl Clean Fresh Brow, which is a brow gel. It has like a really small tip on it. The wand is super sturdy and firm, so you're able to get that really stiff comb through the brow. You know how some brow gels, the comb literally tells the hair where to go? That's what this is doing. Give it like another minute before I start to sort it, because I like to roll mine down so it could be like stuck down. For me, it makes it easier to fill in the brows when I do it that way. So I'm gonna add a little bit of extra moisturizer to my little blemish here so the makeup can sort of glide over it a little easier, because this is new. So for primer, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Power Grip, about 1.5 pumps. I'm going to use 2 different foundations today. I'm going in with the Revlon Skin Caring Foundation, and watching Christina, and I've told you guys before, she does makeup tutorials here on YouTube. She does a technique that she calls bronze touring, and I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I hadn't until I saw her videos, and she does it all the time, and it's a very subtle way of contouring where you just use like a foundation that's maybe 1 shade deeper than the shade you normally use and use it on the perimeter. So I'm going in with another Revlon foundation. This one is the 24 Hours Longwear Foundation. Now on the bottle it says it's for combination oily skin. When I picked it up in a shade that's slightly too dark. And so I thought, since they're both Revlon foundations and this one's long wearing, I could use this to try that technique I learned from Christina. So I'm gonna take 1 pump of the Skin Caring, and this looks like a really good match. Everything I'm using today, including the shades, if you guys are wondering, will be linked in the description box, so be sure to check that out. Most of your questions can probably be answered from the description box. So I'm gonna focus this just in the center of my face, nice and neutral. I love a good neutral shade. So now I'm going to go in with the long wear. I don't think I probably need a whole entire pump just to do the perimeter. So I'm going to start off with about 1/2 pump, just a tiny bit. I'm just going to place it in the areas that I want to blend. Then going back in with my original foundation brush just to sort of blend any edges together so everything can be seamless. So for concealer, I'm going in with my L'Oreal Infallible and taking one of my little puffs to blend, starting out the outer edges, working my way up. I'm not used to using concealers with this much coverage. So taking my original foundation brush, just blending everything in. So I'm just taking just a tiny bit of the original foundation right on the edge of the line so we can make this a little bit more seamless. Blend that, yes, that's what we're looking for. I probably used a little bit too much concealer. So to set the highlighted areas, I'm gonna take my Sephora brand translucent loose powder. Very minimal creasing with that concealer as well. So I'm gonna try out the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one's in the shade Endless Summer. I'm not sure if this is dark enough for a bronze, but we're gonna try it out. Ooh, it smells good. It smells sweet like pancakes and syrup. Okay, it does do something. I actually like the shade. Okay, so let's fill in the brows with the new Clean Fresh Brow Pencil from Covergirl. It's one of those with a super fine tip. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe I should just use this to add strokes in it, because when it has those super skinny tips, when you fill it in, it tends to break. Those type of pencils anyway tends to break. So I'm gonna use my Sephora collection pencil just to create the shape first. So the brow gel, it seems like after it sets, it turns to a light hold. It doesn't sort of get firm, but it combs them in the right direction really nicely, but then it just kind of softens. It doesn't get firm. So I would say this is like a light to medium hold. Okay, so back with the CoverGirl pencil, let's see if we can create some strokes. This pigmenting, you know how with some cheaper brow pencils, it's like you can't get it to show up on your skin. Like I feel like you're trying to apply, and there's not much pigment that comes onto your skin. This is given what needs to be gave, honey. So maybe I can, if I barely twist it up, maybe I can fill in the whole brow. So I'll try that next time, just using this to fill in the whole thing. And by the way, I got it in the shade dark brown. So since I ran out of my Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer, which was like my go-to for like the past year to sculpt my brows, I've actually been using the NYX Bear With Me concealer because I like the shade of it. It's sort of like a medium coverage concealer, which I don't mind for the brows. The shade just really matches my skin tone, so it doesn't really highlight, it just sculpts, like makes a natural sculpt instead of going brighter under eye. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M421 brush. I got this not too long ago, maybe like a few weeks ago, and I really like this for the brows. I picked it up at Ulta. So I've been wanting to use my two About Face eyeshadow paints together. So I'm gonna do the brown first. I feel like that'll be easier to blend the crease first since it's a liquid especially. But I like to blend the crease first even when it's powder, but especially since it's liquid, I feel like that's probably the smartest way to go. So we're gonna start with the brown and just softly tap that in the crease area. Might have used too much. You only need a dab of this, y'all. And then taking capulets for the lid space. And I do like the combo together. These shades definitely work. Everyday wearable combo. So for liner, I'm gonna use my favorite pencil liner, y'all. I love these. This is the Maybelline pencils in the shade Glazed Toffee. So I love that the color doesn't switch up on me. And I don't have to be very precise with this because we're gonna smudge it out. Concentrate it on the outer edge. So for blush, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Camo blush. This is in the shade Very Well, which works great underneath powder and on top. I only need a tiny bit of this. It's super pigmented, so about that much is definitely enough. With my Sephora Pro foundation brush, this is the number 47. Maybe one dot would have been enough. Going back in with my foundation brush to see if we can tone down the blush on this side just a little. My Sephora pencil, this one's in Coconut. And for mascara, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. In doing these affordable makeup, like trying new makeup too, I'm seeing what I'm missing at the same time. And you know what I need? A finishing powder, because whenever I finish my makeup, I usually use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Under Eye just to brighten and sort of finish off the look. I need something like that, but a drugstore version. So typically for nose contour, I use my Merit complexion stick, right? A little bit darker. So I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild Mega Glow stick. It's like it's a contour stick. It's broke. When I bought it, it was like this when I got it. So it's much creamier than my Merit stick. I'm not sure how long wearing it'll be. I do like the shade. I thought it was gonna give ashy, but it doesn't. It's just cool enough because I don't want warm on my nose, but I don't want ashy on my nose either. Y'all, I like this shade. Because it's so creamy, it blends out seamlessly. Maybe we'll try this on the face next time. I need a drugstore finishing powder for under eye, just to like dust and make it a little smoother. So comment down below if you guys know any options. I was thinking maybe one of these in a lighter color, the Sephora Micro Smooth, but I don't know. Yeah, so let's set the rest of the face so we can last all day. Sephora Micro Smooth. We're gonna act like it's not too much blush on that side. Because I like how the mascara looks, let's add a little bit more. I hope I don't overdo it. And there I go, overdoing it. Wow. Talk about should have left well enough alone. For the lips, I think we should match the blush and do berry. So I have the e.l.f. lip oil in Rose Envy that I think would match the blush color. I do like it by itself, but let's try using the e.l.f. liner. And I'll put the name of this. I don't know if they even put the name of the liners on the actual pencil. Comment down below, let me know what you think. I almost feel like I liked it better without the liner, but it's not bad with the liner either. It's just a different look. The head of the brow is a little heavy. I typically go for firm hold, but the way it brushed my brows up and kept them in place, even though it feels soft to the touch, it still works. Okay, so let's finish off the look with the new Power Grip setting spray from e.l.f. So that's it. As you can see, it's a separation here, so you do have to shake it well. We're gonna play around with these products a little bit more the next couple days and see what we think. And I still got a ton of other products that we need to try out. So comment down below, let me know if you've tried any of these products that I used today. And what are some of your recommendations for drugstore makeup products, especially like a powder that I could use to just sort of finish the under eye or brighten, like make it smoother? Let me know. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed creating it. This was fun. If you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love, 'cause too fresh with the scars. Well, I don't have the answers,